Hi guys, I'm back with another mani. So I have the last mani for Black History Month that I will do, and this is with dip powder. So I have three colors. One is from 𝑻𝒊𝒔𝒉, Black is Black. The other one is from Kande Dips, which is a shop on Etsy. It's called Culture. And the other one is Bloody Mary from 𝑻𝒊𝒔𝒉. So I have some full coverage nail tips on from Tay, and I have glued those on. I did apply 2 layers of peel off base coat and then glued those on. They popped off the same night. But anyway, and so I'm using 𝒊𝒔𝒉's low odor dip liquids. So I'm applying a thin layer of that, and then I'm going to lay my finger flat. I think my bottle's running out because I had to tilt that thing a few times. Those are some really thin dip liquids, 𝒊𝒊𝒉 low odor liquids. I didn't they were just on my desk. I used those along with low odor dip liquids from Color My World Dips, which is another shop on Etsy. So I'm applying a thin layer of that to the nail, and then I'm laying my finger flat in the dip powder. And so once I get that on the nail, and just FYI, low odor dip liquids tend to dry a little bit slower if you don't put too much on the nail. And so I will brush off excess dip powder from the nail, and then I'm going in with a second thin coat of dip base. And so I'm applying that to that nail, wiping my brush off on that paper towel before I place it back on the into the bottle, because if you get dip powder in your base liquid bottle, it's going to contaminate it and it's going to become really stringy and unusable. And that red is very staining from 𝒊𝒊𝒉. So I'm applying 2 layers of that to the nail, and you'll notice later on in the video that red looks a little wet. I do end up dipping it back into this color just to soak up some more of that base off of the nail, because I didn't overload the nail. And y'all, I haven't polished my left hand in so doggone long. I'm left-handed, so I'm polishing with my non-dominant hand. I was struggling. I was like, ooh Lord, just struggling. You're getting dip base all over your skin, all over the nails, and it's just like, Lord. And so I'm just taking a cuticle stick and cleaning up any excess dip powder from my skin. And so after I do 2 coats of that to the thumb, not my thumbnail, my pinky and my index finger, cleaning that up, I'm then going to go in with 𝒊𝒊𝒉's Black is Black. This is from their Ooh La La dip powder line, which this is much softer than Bloody Mary and finer. So these apply much smoother than the other ones. There's nothing wrong with the other ones. These are just fine. It seem like they're finely milled or done more, turned more. I don't know what they do with dip powder, but it's just softer powder. And so again, I'm applying a layer of base. And what I end up doing with my thumbnail during filing and buffing, I filed off the whole dip powder from the corner of my thumbnail, and I had to file that in. And y'all, I glued my thumbnail on straight crooked. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. But that's why I don't glue stuff on, because I know if I put it on crooked with sticky tabs, I'm gonna end up gluing these on crooked anyway. So with the thumbnail, I did realize that I overloaded the nail with base, and so I'm just using like a little salt spoon just to pour over the dip powder and try to clean that up, because I was like, ooh, you better not lay your finger flat, because you're gonna push that dip powder everywhere on that nail. So that's why you see me using the salt spoon to pour that over. So again, brush off excess. I do a second coat of that black to all of the nails. So now I'm going in with Culture, and this is a sample size jar. It has green, red, gold, and gold foil flakes in there. And this is a shop on Etsy that is actually local for me. I'm right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, and this dip company is based out of Charlotte. So I kind of got this, I want to say, did I get it the next day after I ordered or the next business day, whatever it was. But anyway, it's a really pretty dip powder color that was created for Black History Month. Let's be clear for Black History Month. So I was like, let me use it, and I ordered one from her for Juneteenth, but I didn't get an opportunity to use it because it came with some decals as well. So with this color, because it is a chunky dip powder, I am pouring over the first coat. I probably should have put a layer of base or red underneath that. That would have helped the nail not look so empty, so to speak, like a lot of empty spaces. And so I'm just pressing that chunky glitter down, pouring the rest in there, because again, this is a sample size jar. Pressing that down. I should have waited for that dip base to dry some more, because when I went to apply that second layer of dip base, the pieces did start to move on the nail, and I just moved them back where I wanted them to be. No, not a really big deal. So with the second coat, I'm going to lay my finger flat and in the dip powder, and it's going to pick up way more glitter pieces and foil flakes, etc. And then I'm going to try to get that shaped on the nail to the best of my ability. So you can just see me here trying to get that nail back into shape. It got a little misshapen, trying to get it back in shape, trying to get those glitter pieces on down to lay flat on the nail to the best of my ability. And all that glitter picked up in my nail brush, and I did end up getting it off, but still. So getting that placed on the nail, I will then go in and encapsulate the glitter nails in clear. So I have one nail with solid glitter in here, and it's best to have a glove on because you don't want all that on your skin. It was just a mess. And so I do end up doing some type of ombre type of fade with the glitter on my ring finger as well. So y'all, this ombre did not turn out like I wanted to. I end up getting more of the foil on there than I wanted. So I do end up kind of dotting some base on there and just individually placing some of the glitter pieces. But it kept getting stuck to that doggone end of those nail tweezers. And I was like, oh, you playing with me. But kind of looked like it was a big piece of jewelry on the nail to me. I guess abstract jewelry. But anyway, so I do encapsulate those two nails off camera in clear. And then I'm going to activate. And so this again is where I'm placing those individual pieces just to kind of bring in more of those chunky glitters. So as previously mentioned, I did encapsulate in clear off camera. I'm using my toothbrush here to brush off as much excess clear on the nail that did not get soaked up by the dip base. I'm going in with Azure Beauty's Low Odor Activator, and I'm dotting that on the nails. And I did not encapsulate the colored nails in clear, which I probably should have, especially the black, because as I mentioned, I end up fouling too much of that black off of the tip of my thumbnail. So here are my nails after fouling and buffing, and here's where that's missing. I did fill that in with some stamping polish. And so I initially decided to use this stamping plate that I got from Amazon years ago. And it's kind of like a plaid plate, and I was going to use gold and black. And so I did stamp my pinky finger and my index finger with black, followed by a gold stripe. But after I did it, it was giving Christmas vibes, not Black History Month vibes. And I think these nails still gave Christmas vibes, so to speak. But with me, now if I would have left these stripes on here, and you'll see the other stripe, I would have been given Christmas. So that might come back Christmas in a different form or whatever, because I can see, you know, doing some plaid with that, with the black and the gold, and maybe throwing in some white and red, just depending upon what the base color is of the nail. So after that, my index finger, I forgot to hit record. So I hit record on my pinky, and you can see it was giving Christmas. So I wiped that off with some acetone, and as I mentioned, I filled in my thumbnail with some stamping polish and allowed that to dry. So I'm going in with Born Pretty Super Base Coat. I just think gel top coat looks great on top of dip powder. So I'm just applying that as evenly and as thin as possible on the nail, and then I'm going to pop that in my lamp and cure for a full 60 seconds. And this is a no wipe top coat. So coming up is the finished look. The nails were nice and shiny. And so please like this video if you found value. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe to my channel. It's free 99. So here is the last mani for Black History Month. I should have stamped BHM on there or something for Black History Month, whatever. Did you learn something new this month? Because I did. So thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.